carrying all these Smash players.
And they're shaking hands.
I actually would have quit Smash forever.
Oh, the spike!
Oh, wow.
You hate to see it if you're...
The Grand Warlock.
That's me.
First question.
Let's hear it.
What has been your favorite moment at FSC Smash?
Ooh. Oh, man. What a question, huh? I think my favorite moment is not really one moment. It's like a bunch of different moments, but I can think of specific sets. Whether it was me beating you with Pikachu for the first time or being Jess, it's just moments where you see the improvement materialized. We've been playing this game for years now, and a lot of time whenever you come to tournaments and place the same, it feels like you're doing the same thing, but every once in a while you have those moments where you know that the improvement is real and that it's actually been happening, and those are my favorite moments. It's not really one moment, but it's a lot of different moments.
Yeah. The second question is, what does FSC Smash mean to you?
FSC Smash is a community that started out as just a bunch of humble friends playing a video game they all liked, and it's grown to be so much more than that. I think what FSC Smash means to me is a community of like-minded people that all enjoy playing the same video game and all have kind of the same vibe and the same feeling. But it's also a community for people that are well outside Lakeland, well outside this school. It's become a place for everyone, and it's grown so big, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. I really am.
Question, third and last.
Okay.
Who has been your best friend at FSC Smash?
Oh, there's so many. There's so many people that have always been in my corner and been there for me. I'd say either Jess or Austin they've always been by me. They've always been in my corner. They've always been rooting for me no matter what, and I really appreciate them. I wouldn't have kept coming to these tournaments if it hadn't been for both of them.
Crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. His
Oh, no.
and he got the JV4.
You're good. All right, John. I want to ask you first and foremost, what has been your favorite moment at FSC Smash?
I'd say one of my favorite moments has to be playing against some of my best friends in the entirety of FSC.
Yeah.
I've got my good friend Danny that I played the entire set with on stream. That was a pretty great moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. And my second question is, what does FSC Smash mean to you?
FSC Smash to me implies so much more than it does on the surface. It's more than just a club. To me, it's more or less a gathering of players with like-minded interests. I know that's one way to describe a club, but to me, it perfectly encapsulates what the purpose of Smash Brothers as an IP means, and not just at face value, but also on like the greater scheme. All of these people coming together, whether it be in-game or outside of the game, us in particular, us students, or even beyond, transcending different campuses as well. You know, you've got USF, UCF people coming here.
Yeah.
It's this wonderful smorgasbord of talent that is competing. I want to say out of a sense of recognition for each other.
Yeah. Well, I have one last question for you, and that is, who is the best friend that you've made at FSC Smash?
The best friend that I've made? That's a very good question. There's so many to list, too many in fact, but if I had to say one, it would probably have to be Austin himself.
Austin.
Long before FSC Smash started, we would do this together. We would go up here to the Esports Center and just do a couple rounds of friendlies just by ourselves. And ever since then, we would slowly grow. We'd slowly get more people doing this, and later on, we eventually met people like you, and we'd get these tournaments officially rolling. So that's the guy I gotta give props for the most. And it's also just a very knowledgeable and very chill guy who's down to earth too. So I learned a lot from him, and I've learned so many things about this game, like little intricacies he had. He's very knowledgeable. So watch her.
Yourself up a full stock. You gotta go. The spike again! The spike again!
All right, Bird. My first question for you is, what has been your favorite moment at FSC Smash?
So, my favorite moment, that's a little bit of a mix. Recently, I'd have to say a recent set against Quatus. That one was a really close, really fun set. Even though my momentum started strong and his just came right at the end.
Yeah.
That was a really fun set, and I do hope to have more like that.
Okay, that's a good one. My second question for you is, what does FSC Smash mean to you?
So FSC Smash, it means a few different things. Like, Primarily, it means I have a place where I can compete in the game I love without having to worry about a price tag on admissions.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to worry about losing money on a day I go like 0-2 or 1-2, and even if it's just me getting absolutely shafted by a bad seating in bracket, it's a good place to compete, and I really enjoy that.
Good. Okay. My third question is, who's been the best friend that you've made at FSC Smash?
So, I guess I have a few answers to that too. Really, some of the first people I played with was Jared and Joey and Jason.
Yeah.
Those three kind of made me get more into the game. But as time went on, you know, I met people like Quaidus, obviously you, and a lot of people here have just been really great. It's a good place to make friends, even if you're new to college, you're not really social before that. This is a great way to, you know, come meet people, get active, and at least make friends, so you're not in your dorm all day, not socializing, doing nothing.
All right, Jonah.
Yes.
What has been your favorite moment at FSC Smash?
Favorite moment? Okay, honestly, my favorite moment was probably watching you and Leah go Game 5.
Really?
That was hype. And it's fun to watch Leah play because she's good.
That's crazy.
So-
For footage, I was going to use a set of me, actually.
I mean, it's perfect, yeah. But yeah, probably Game 5 for your pit up smash. Loki shouldn't have hit, but did.
I told Leah that if it had hit, I wouldn't have won that game.
Yeah, got lucky. Anyways, yeah.
Okay. What does FSC Smash mean to you, Jonah?
I think it's fun, even like regardless of like skill level, like to come out and play like Cyberback or Arcadian, even if you're like really good. But it's just a fun activity to do on Saturday. So
Good.
yeah.
Okay. Final question. Who is the best friend that you've made at FSC Smash?
Best friend. Well, these people like who do I not know for FSC Smash? Bro, because like I knew people at FSC Smash before I came to FSC Smash. I mean, actually probably you, because I met you at FSC. Like I met people before then, but you actually didn't meet until I came here.
Okay, so I went on a technicality.
Technically, yeah, because technically, 'cause I met people before, but you I actually met like day one of being here for the first tournament. So actually probably you.
Yes. 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 Yes.
This is horrible. This is the worst day of my life.
Come on, Smoothini.
Come on.
Represent FSC Smash.
I'm gonna have.
Win the FSC Smash Invitational. My life is yours.
Oh.
All right, Jared. What has been your favorite moment at FSC Smash?
Favorite moment was probably when Jonah and I were watching Your Wolf piece up LRP, and it was absolutely unheard of. Like, you had gotten like 0-3 over and over again, and I think you guys went like Game 4, Game 5. But like a personal favorite moment would be finally reverse 3-0 Austin Snake, who had been gatekeeping me for months. Like, I remember walking out where we are right now and screaming at the top of my lungs with frustration. So, yeah, that for me is like peak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a good answer. More footage of me will be used on this.
That's true. You can pick someone out.
Okay, second question. What does FSC Smash mean to you?
For me, it's just a place where I can come and forget about everything else, and compete with people who I know care about and think about the same things as me. And it's a community where all of us are focused on the same thing, which is enjoying the art of Super Smash Bros. I think that people get wrapped up in winning and losing in competition, but ultimately, the moments you remember are art, genuinely. I mean, it's I think it's beautiful. I think Smash is beautiful.
Question. Who has been the best friend that you've made at FSC Smash?
I've made a lot of good friends. I would say that a majority of my close friend group are people that are in FSC Smash. But even though I met them because of my major, they were the first person I met at this school. For me personally, the rivalry that I've had with Jess and the love-hate relationship throughout like the past like year and a half of my life that I've had with her. Like, I would say that's the closest I've got with someone because of FSC Smash. Without the competitive barrier between us that existed at first, and then breaking that and becoming close with her, I just don't think we would be as close as we are. And so it's a really special friendship for me. And I hate Smoothie and Houdini. Worst friends. Worst.
It's so tense. It's always so. All the grenades saving him from the up. On the up smash takes it. The pop off. Let's go. He did it. Let's.
All right, Jess. My first question: what has been your favorite moment at FSC Smash?
My favorite moment, like in bracket, out of bracket,
It
like
doesn't matter.
just anything.
You here in the space.
I think that's a tough one. Probably my favorite thing is just like, I guess in general, just kind of the feeling when I'm playing against like people who like I talk to every day, like my best of friends, like you or Jared or whoever comes to mind, I guess. And just knowing that like we're practicing against each other all the time and like constantly getting better, it kind of reminds me that like that sort of self-improvement mentality, because I come here and I play and I just do like so much better than I did the past week or whatever, and I'm like, wow, okay, like I'm getting better here, and it just kind of makes me feel like more calm with a lot of things. My favorite particular moment, which I was kind of trying to find like the thought in my mind. My favorite moment in particular was when I won my third tournament here, if memory serves correct, and I got that first place finish, and I was sitting here and I was like, there's something here for me, and hearing like everyone like get super excited for me and everything like pump me up, and it kind of reminded me, and I was like, I just kind of knew, I was like, yeah, this is probably the place where I'm going to spend a lot of my time throughout college, and these are the people that I'm going to spend a lot of time with throughout like the rest of my life, honestly, as much as I can. It'd have to be that specific moment.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, then coming off of that, what does FSC Smash mean to you?
Okay, that's a loaded question. I think about it a lot because it does mean a lot to me, especially since this is kind of like where I've met almost all of my like very close friends at the college. But I think it shows me like a big community. I feel important here, and whether I win the tournament, or whether I do the worst at the tournament that night, or whether or not I'm on commentary and like making like moments like for the stream, or just like running the bracket, it makes me feel like I'm in a place where I'm important. And I hope that for everybody else who comes, that they feel important, like they're meant to be here and they feel welcome here. Because I know for certain that I feel very welcome here. And it means a lot to me to be able to come out to here, like, whether it's just grind friendlies or whatever, but definitely on Saturdays, and see all of my friends and see people do well. That's always my biggest hope, is just to see everybody do better. That's my biggest hope in life. But like, definitely here, it's one of the highlights of my night when someone who maybe starts out maybe not the best, kind of like Jared, like maybe they're not the greatest player, and then they make like a big upset, or they make like a big run through the bracket, and I like knowing that people feel welcome and important, because that's what it means to me, is that I just feel like it's the place to be, and I think it's awesome.
That's a good answer too. I have one last question for you.
Okay.
Who's the best friend that you've made at FSC Smash?
I've made a lot. For sure, though, I would have to say probably Jared Tesley, my favorite Fox player of all time. It was kind of like one of those things where like we're kind of like very interconnected, because like we both started playing Smash here around the same time. I think his first tournament was maybe the tournament right after. No, his first tournament was, I think, the tournament that I won, or maybe the one before that. So we both started playing like a few tournaments apart, and then I watched him get better, and then he pushed me to get better, and we were like always playing and always talking, and we were both music majors, so we had that in common. And then we both dropped our music majors in search of a something that fit us a little better. And every single time I have someone that like I really need to talk about something with, it's always him. Whether it's like Smash, if I'm inviting him to a tournament, That's why, like, every single time there's a doubles event, I'm always like, hey, Jared, you and I should do doubles together. Like, I wanted him to do doubles with me at CEO, even though, you know, he's in North Carolina or South Carolina or wherever, and he probably couldn't come down. He's definitely, like, my best buddy, and I think we have a really strong bond. I have a very strong bond with you as well, but obviously, you know, like, I would say, like, you and Joseph obviously kind of have, like, a similar bond that I feel me and Jared have. We're just kind of, like, always there for each other and always pushing each other to do better here, in life, everywhere.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
The mix
That
up.
was very close.
Just trying to get off. Oh. Oh my goodness. I'm holding
The
my
tension-
breath right
the
now.
tension is
I'm
insane.
holding my breath. Oh! Oh my gosh! For the first time.
What has been your favorite moment at FSC Smash?
Probably the second tournament that I came to, where I was still new to everything. I didn't really know everyone, but I hit like a pretty memorable clip that got not like I wouldn't say viral, but it went around and a lot of people saw it. I would say that'd be my favorite moment.
Yeah, that's a good answer. You absolutely destroyed Devin. Not
Yeah.
that set, you did lose the set.
I did lose the set, but it's okay. That's all that matters.
You won the game.
Exactly. I won and I got the clip. I don't care.
Okay, second question. What does FSC Smash mean to you?
It's kind of a tough thing to say. Even though I don't go to FSC, it feels like I've got a decent group of friends here that I don't know, I get like that day away, especially it being on a weekend. It helps where I'm free most Saturdays, so it gives me that day away where I can just come, be away from everything that I'm normally doing and just be around like a decent group of people.
Yeah. Okay. Final question. What has been the best friend that you've made at FSC Smash?
It's kind of tough to say. There's quite a few people I talk to a lot, but I would say that Jess is the person I've seen the most outside of being at FSC. There was a convention that we both went to that was in Orlando that we both like spent some time with together. But obviously, I'm friends with a lot of people here, so it's not like I don't like other people as much.
Didn't get it. Forward throw. I'm not going to take it because Snake has rocks in his ass and Bayonetta sucks. Forward throw. Not going to take it again. Same reason. Oh!
All right. Question number 1. What has been your favorite moment at FSC Smash?
There have been a few of them. One of them was when we went to Miami together. And I remember we were playing friendlies in the Airbnb. You said a line that got us laughing quite a lot. I don't know if I can say it to the camera,
You can
but
say it to the camera, it's
you were asking if Jonah could help you get slippy on your shit. I don't know why, but I thought that was funny.
Okay. Second question. What does FSC Smash mean to you?
Well, it really wasn't a thing when I was here in college. I mean, it kind of was, but not anywhere near to the extent that it is now. So in a way, it's kind of just something I didn't really get to have when I was here, and a chance for me to stay connected with some really killer people.
Nice. All right. Third and final question. Who's been the best friend that you've made for FSC Smash?
Oh God, you're gonna make me choose. I feel I'm going to be judged for my answers. Lately, I would have to say Jess. I feel like we've connected really well. She's been very helpful in a lot of ways, especially with like some personal stuff, but also just we've been pretty killer rivals for each other. Obviously, Jared's long surpassed me, but it's nice that I've been able to, resonate with these people.
Able to tech it. Doesn't get the jab. Is hanging on the ledge for dear life. And 177 still alive. Gets the up tilt, and that's
gonna
the
close
game.
the game out,
Oh
bro.
my God.
Andrew, my first question. What has been your favorite moment at FSC Smash?
Almost beating Ryan. That was the best moment.
You'll beat him
because-
today, so it's
Huh?
fine. You'll beat him today.
Oh, maybe. But he always is just rooting against me, so it was just really nice that I almost beat him. And the way everyone was hyping me up afterwards, it just felt great. Even though I lost, it wasn't a bad loss. So
Yeah.
that was great.
That's really cool. Okay, second question. What does FSC Smash mean to you?
It's a lot of fun because I get to come here and I've met a lot of people here, and I have a hard time talking to people, but when it comes to games, it's just really easy for me to talk to people, and I've made friends very easily because of that. So I think the community is just great.
Yes.
Awesome. Third and final question: who has been your best friend at FSC Smash, or who has been the person that you met at FSC Smash? Who's your favorite? I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have to say Jess Thompson, because I went to high school with them, and we became friends in men's choir, so that was amazing. And so after I talked to them because I was playing Smash, they invited me to come over here and play, and it's just been great because I've made a lot of friends here, and talking.
Except for like Pyrometer and Navy Cloud. That forward smash is gonna take it.
Whoever would have thought.
Is that a 3-0? Alright.
What has been your favorite moment at FSC Smash?
I guess the last big, I guess the mid-season tournament, or whatever you call it. Just having so many people, and so many new people that we don't usually have here.
Yeah.
Meeting new people, and then I didn't play amazingly, but I played okay, and it was fun.
Thanks. Okay. Well, second question is, what does FSC Smash mean to you?
It was my first. I transferred here last semester, and so it was my first place to meet people, and it was last semester. I'm doing a lot more this semester, but last semester's my biggest opportunity to be social and like see people regularly.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Final question: who's been the best friend that you've made at FSC Smash?
You can't make me do that. I don't know.
I made everyone else choose.
Make me choose.
I think
it's. I can't.
You can do a top three. How's
Okay, top three.
Ordered.
Not ordered.
Tier list.
Top three
S-rank.
not ordered is you, Nicole, and Jared.
That's a good group. All right, Nicole. What has been your favorite moment at FSC Smash?
I think my favorite moment was when we got the stream to be cooler, because I like running the stream a lot, and so I like having all of the fun things to play with when I'm sitting there. I think another favorite moment was when Jake told me the entire lore of Donkey Kong, like all of it, and somebody's set was completely going, we didn't talk about it at all. And every once in a while I'd be like, whoa, that was crazy, and then he'd be like, so Diddy Kong. I think that was really funny, so I like that.
That's a good answer too. What does FSC Smash mean to you?
I think it means community. I think that we've created a really cool group of people that like playing this game, and I think that there's a lot of people that I wouldn't have met otherwise. So I think it's been cool to just like have a big group of people that I probably would never have talked to, and they're all really cool, so it's fun to make new friends and do fun stuff with them.
Okay, last question. Who's been the best friend that you've made at FSC Smash?
Well, like new friend?
FSC Smash caused you guys to be friends.
I'd say probably Jason. Because I feel like I never would have talked to Jason ever in my life. No offense, Jason, if you watch this.
You will.
But I think Jason's pretty cool, and he's fun to talk to. And every time I see him, he says hello. And then I make him buy Cat Club stuff. Go Cat Club. So, yeah, I like Jason. He's fun.
It's a good pick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, that's
yeah.
not on a counter though. That's like but it's
kinda.
It functions way different. Like, and so does Rebels.
All right, Joseph. What has been your favorite moment at FSC Smash?
I think my favorite moment at FSC Smash is the summer of 2023 when we would call and we would talk about setting up the stuff for the next year, and we would talk about the Start GG and setting up rankings better, and setting up the Twitch and the YouTube and the stream and everything, and doing the cameras. I think the culmination of all of like the setting up for everything and talking about it with you, I think that was the time that was like, oh, like this is getting real, and I think I look back on that fondly.
Okay, that's a good answer. My second question is, what does FSC Smash mean to you?
Yeah. Nothing. Okay.
Okay.
It's a lot. It's a lot when you put so much into something, and when you get to see it become what it has. Because, like, I mean, what with the before that summer I was just talking about, we were on challenge or bracket maker.
So bracket.
And we were just randomizing seeds every week.
Oh, that was really fun too. Austin and Methro were clearly
and I guess it means a lot to see something come such a long way and stick around as long as it has, and have like such an impact on so many people.
Yeah.
And I think it's just nice to see that like it ended up being something that I think everyone can look back and be like, wow, that was like a lot of fun.
My third and final question is, who has been the best friend that you've made at FSC Smash?
Yeah. It's definitely Isaac.
Yeah.
It's definitely Isaac.
That's me.
Yeah, it's Isaac. I mean, like, I there's too much to say to be like, because it's everything. It literally is everything. It has always revolved around, like, us.
Yeah.
And you.
God, it's not gonna be it. The gun. No! Oh, the gun is not gonna catch J-Rox. J-Rox is gonna take it back, and J-Rox is gonna take.
What has been your favorite moment at FSC Smash?
My favorite moment, and it's a hard question to answer because there's been a lot of really cool stuff that we've done, but I think my favorite moment. It's actually really hard. I think my favorite moment has to be the really big round robin tournament we did. There's a lot of controversial opinions about it and a lot of stuff we did wrong. There's a lot of stuff we did right. I think the thing that was really cool about it though is for the first time, FSC Smash had this sort of like big tower that it stood on, We foundationally we had spent all this time with these randomized weird brackets, and we had like a bunch of nobodies playing Smash against each other, and for the first time we were on the map playing against real people who were really, really good, and not only were we able to hold our own, but it was us who brought them there. It wasn't they didn't show up for any other reason than to come and enjoy our scene, the scene that we had built. It wasn't them who had put in the work, it was us, and it was our community that they were joining, and I think that's something really special.
What does FSC Smash mean to you?
Again, I'm living on the quote that Wife, the Melee player, had made. What he had said was that it was a chance for us to be somebody, Something that's really special about this game is that we're kind of a bunch of nobodies, to be honest with you. It's a bunch of losers who like video games, And what's cool about us all being in the same place is that we're not losers anymore, and we're also not nobodies anymore. From the worst player at FSC Smash to ever attend to the best player at FSC Smash to ever attend, everyone is rooting for each other and just trying to get better. And that's not just in the game, it's in life, If you ever need anything, you can go to the Discord and ask, and someone's there for you. And whether you hate the character they play, you can still love the guy, and it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, they're your friend, and you're their friend. And that's cool.
Who's your best friend at FSC Smash?
It's gotta be Joseph. Joseph Michael DeMarco. It was, without him being good at Smash, actually he and I are not friends. To be so honest with you, if it wasn't for the fact that we played games and he kind of kicked my ass a little bit, we would not have been friends, because I was so trying to find just a group of people who could just build the scene up and we could grind together. I did not want to be the best player at FSC Smash. Now I want to be the best player, but I didn't at the time. And it's really cool to have a friendship that was predicated on this menial thing turn into something real. You and I, we did everything together for a while, and even now, if I ever need anything or if you ever need anything, we're second. You're first, second, or third in my list of people to call and ask, and that's Lucina and Joker's fault. So I think that's kind of it's corny, but it's true.
Good
Oh
parry,
my
good parry.
God.
I'm stressed. I'm so stressed out.
This is one of my favorite games to watch. What's gonna take it?
No! Dang, game 5.
We are gonna see
Game
Game 5.
All right, Henry. What has been your favorite moment at FSC Smash?
What the hell is FSC Smash?
It's happening in like 20 minutes.
It's like a
tournament thing.
Like a school thing, or?
Well, I mean, yeah. It's Smash Bros. You ever heard of Smash Bros?
Oh, the nerd game. The one with the Mario and the little pink guy.
The little pink guy.
Well, there's like 2 of them, right?
Yes, there's 2 of them. There's one.
And then you can make other people pink as well, right?
Oh, okay. Yes. This is my second question. Would be, what does FSC Smash mean to you?
The nerd game with the pink people, I think.
Yeah.
I'm doubling down on that.
There's pink people.
Okay. Are there small people?
Yes, they're small people.
Are there big people?
They're also big people. Donkey Kong and Olimar, bro. Like, you ever heard of Donkey Kong?
Yeah, he's the little tiny guy, right?
No.
With the little beep, 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 you know?
Nope. That's not him. That's not Donkey. He's a monkey. He's like a gorilla. Okay, I have one last question for you.
Yeah, okay.
Who has been your best friend at FSC Smash?
I think I'd have to say 4 people. I think I'd have to say Isaac, Arlene, Joseph, and who's that one girl? Nicholas, Nicole.
It's
Nicole. It's one of those. Point is, whoever she is, and then the 3 of you. Like, I think y'all are great, and I genuinely have really appreciated all the time I've been able to spend with you guys, both here at FSC Smash and also playing D&D with you guys and hanging out with y'all. And I'm always happy to be around and spend time with y'all. So I really appreciate it. And I'm a Meta Knight main forever, bitches.